sort of. It could go any way. The key thing is it's gonna come to a head, like everything always does. The things done in the dark, like it always does, and we just get to simply look at the process and not fall into the emotionality of the issues at hand. Brother, let me share something with you, because the wife said, don't talk about her. Sorry. Not sorry. Things are about to get spoken on because they need to get spoken on, and they need to get exposed. Do you know how powerful it is to be a person who, oh snap, I'm finna run right into a person who can tear some stuff down and still opt to be peace. Even though he got all, or even she got all power to just, and keeps it in the sheet. Now, let's branch off real quick, because you sent me a text message, and I ain't know JP was down.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know JP was down. And my broski sent me that, and I'm like, man, I down there when his daughter started getting emotional. That almost hit me. I was like, man. I'm like, man, let me buck up real quick, because I can't fall into emotions anymore. As Gerald can. I don't allow him to do that anymore, because there are other things to do, benefit, and experience outside of emotions. There are other emotions outside of emotions to experience. So when I heard that, I'm like, oh man, I saw it as, if JP is transitioning, how much stuff up for grabs right now? We used to play a game called Off the Wall. You throw the ball on the wall, and then you got 50 fellas around you. Anybody could get that ball. There wasn't well, you dress like this and you look like this, so you could get the ball, but you can't get the ball. If the ball was up, it was down for anybody who had the nerves to jump. Yeah. Be seen jumping and might miss the ball, but you was like, forget it. I'm going for it. And if he is transitioning right now, how many spiritual, I loosely say giftings, traits, that's a great one. How many great spiritual traits are up for grabs legitly right now? It's in process right now. And personally, when I heard that, I said to myself, Holy Spirit, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, shout out Jordan Peterson, man. He a warrior, man. He's a warrior. I mean, that man will battle your brain down to the spot. I mean, he will.
You ain't finna be no victim.
Look, I think Michaela gonna get a lot of that. Like, I think just like she gonna wake up and just be like, like, what's up? Like, why I feel like this, and why she gonna come up? She gonna
That's
start
coming. Be a great conduit for the ladies.
Yeah, she's tough already.
She is.
She's tough already.
For one who didn't buck, talking about her daddy, who was actually there.
Yeah.
Who was actually there and participated and in her face.
And then she's fought a lot of health illnesses.
Yes, she did.
Just getting her children here and everything like that. And it's like she has some weird thing where she gotta like eat components of meat or something like that, or specialized jerky and things of that nature, because she need the vitamins.
Yeah.
And
no fillers.
Yeah, and she's like, he was saying, like, she was in hospital a lot as a child. Like they was like, whoa, is she gonna make it?
Yeah.
So she's tough. She's a tough young lady.
Yes.
And I just think she probably gonna wake up and feel like she been downloaded. Like, oh my God, like
it has to be.
Like oh my God, like
for her who's so close to that painting, that's automatic. You know. And then to talk about the omnipresence, you know, of the Almighty, of the Holy Spirit, it goes, and anybody can receive these perks. The key thing is, and it's so beautiful, and that's why I say I love you, babe, and we're about to talk about some things, not necessarily you, or we're about to address some things because they need to be addressed for kingdom building. These weeks these months that we haven't had our hour of power have been the increase to Hour of Power because of the experiences and exercises that we have boldly went through and claimed the championship on, you know. And I just must give shout out and props to the Holy Spirit because it is the best machine out there. It's the best standard operating procedure out there. It is a spiritual thing, but I want to bring it to the flesh so the flesh can understand how I can actually use it. Because that's be the issue. That'd be the issue. What Jay-Z said, and this is my only quote from him, one of my favorite quotes from him. Life starts when church ends. That was a New York song, I want to say with Alicia Keys. Life starts when church ends. So when church is on, life has paused. If life has paused, then we're collecting something to go back out. So we collecting tools to slice and dice. We collecting armor. We collecting the helmets. We collecting all of these great things. And when we get out, how do we fight? I'm talking even the pastor low key. You just gotta check his first lady with it. You know, like, do y'all go there?
We literally just talked about this yesterday.
For real, ain't nothing but the Holy Spirit. Gerald ain't that smart.
We literally just talked about, I mean, literally how the brother who, he's the music director. He's a relative. He's my family now through marriage. And he was just saying how he likes to bring 1 to 2 songs. He said people come in here hurting and in pain. And he said, I would like to bring 1 or 2 songs that ain't fluff and commercial that hit them. So when they leave, they carrying not just the word with them, but they carrying that. And he said, remember when we were kids and you get home and you hit it in your head and you be like, you know, you may run around the house humming and don't even know it. Like, or Sunday when you getting up and mama and them taking you to church, he said it's because it got to you and let you know that it's a fight still. And he said, but nowadays, he said, we leaving outside. He said, you can step outside the door and it's like you said, it's a fight. And it's like, wait a minute. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you get back to your story. But gotta remember that people uttered things behind Jesus as he prayed. Things that were supposed to be good, and they would switch up a word that would mean death, or switch up a word that would mean, you know, while he's praying for good for them, they, they basically closing their prayer out saying, wish he was dead, you know, like uttering things. And these days, it's like I was telling you when we was talking on the phone, it's just that your example is more vital sometimes than words because we're walking in the land of the death. You know, people can't hear. They dead. They can't hear.
Preoccupied.
You know, and then the things they see because of these apparatuses, these machines, they in a minute they ain't gonna believe that. So now what? So now what? So we could be on here like bouncing heads. Oh no. And somebody be like, man, they AI. You know? Man, they AI. That ain't them. But then people can see us moving about and be like, wait a minute. Oh damn. They really do be living how they
get it how they live it for sure.
Example. And as much as we want to utter the words and scriptures and this and that, we see that institution has been highly infiltrated. It's always had a little stink in there. You're like, what's going on up here? Something downstairs in the base. Something ain't right with pipes or something.
Something rotten.
But now,
rotten in Denmark.
It's highly infiltrated. It's highly infiltrated to the point where it's like, ooh, they pulling their cloaks on and the wool face. It's like it's highly infiltrated. So now, what more can you do in a time of we living in signs and symbols will be an example. And people not see you do what they do. The Roots said it better. Never do what they do. And I think if we're gonna take anything from Jesus, Christ, and the Holy Spirit, is that they were examples, exemplary examples that you know, the stories that you hear from people seeing, you know, and then seeing, you know, and that's what needs to be done. It's like, you know, I can't speak this way or carry myself this way, and the next week y'all see me. Yeah, man. You know, yeah. So hold on. Tie that up. Let me go. You know, I'm not judging nobody because I respect those who walk through their journey of struggles and then they fight to get out of them.
Yes, sir.
But I'm just saying, you know, people will put those people, those leaders in these positions, these high exalted positions, and they'll tell you that no one is greater than Jesus and God and everything like that. And, you know, and people will, the pastor, the reverend, evangelist, you know, and then them people will be the same people that I don't care about their kids. Make sure we get that money.
Because it goes into who sent you, and is this a business? Is it a movement? Is it a spiritual practice? Like, exactly what are we doing?
And if it is those things, I mean, say it's those things. I mean, if we doing, if I got a fund for the community, we got a fund for the community. Let the community support it, but let's support the community too. It's like I'm a firm believer of I gotta be safe, so I gotta know my people safe. Now, I don't have the means to take care of all my people if we all fall short. But if you call me and tell me, hey, Kane, I got 2 wheelbarrows and we got to roll this dirt out. Dude, gonna pay us $100 for like each hill of dirt we roll and dump. All right, brother, I got you. You know, and give me 75. You keep the 25 since you referred it to me. I'm gonna come help you out. You know, but I'm willing to put the work in to help us get further. You know,
for sure.
And that's the thing, man.
For sure.
And it's we got to get back to rolling up them sleeves again and putting that work in, man. And stop giving up. And the thing is, with this thing of wanting to keep us in this black and white state of mind, it keeps us as victims. And when you keep somebody as a victim, they'll always feel defeated. Yeah. And it's like, it's a halo of defeat around their brain. And they'll always feel defeated. Yes, and so it's like, no matter what you tell them, no matter how you spin it, no matter what you say, it's going to be back in those times when people was talking stuff about Dr. King. Oh, this nigga crazy.
Oh yeah, when he was a youngster. Because these 30s and 40s and 50-year-olds looking at a young blood where they saw the black economics at its all-time high. They saw businesses flourish and all this because everything was isolated. You know, and it's a grand different story that is sold. It's like, okay, y'all have y'all's over here, we have ours over here, and never the twain shall meet. You know, and that was a process of growth on both sides. Now, the key thing on both sides, once again, was alternate stories. They're saying the exact same things. Black people, don't call black people a monkey. They're gonna lose their ever-loving mind. However, it changes when you understand that you were the first one to cast out that title. And then if you learn that you were the first one to cast out that title to the ones you think are the rulers of the world, which you don't even know. You don't even know, how powerful is that to be like, oh, I was mad because I started something, but I didn't know I started it. See, when you actually can learn to submit to the things that we don't see and only can and can't hear with these ears, get to hear with this here, when we can get to that level, it becomes a different communicability with everything. Now, this is going to draw me into the state that I got into with the wife. She was full on fire. Now, if you guys don't know about blood types, definitely learn about blood types, because these things are epic epic tools to know. It's almost like, no, it's not almost. It's just like or better when you understand the science of zodiac, and you can, you know, do your thing with it. It's not to be believed in. It's to be leveraged. It's not to be praised. It's to be used. It is a tool. So don't let anybody roll up on you and put fear in you and make you a victim to it. It's something that should be studied. How many zodiacs is it?
What is 12?
How many disciples is it?
Well,
I'm gonna just stop there. Y'all believe in coincidences if you want to, but when it comes down to certain things, I only need to see one black cat. You know, just walk past me twice, and then I'm gonna say, look, now there's some things going on, and I love it. Don't be afraid. Don't operate in fear. Don't operate in fear. Don't operate in fear. Don't operate in anger. Don't operate in anger. Don't operate in anger. I tried it.
I tell when I was a little kid,
I tried it.
I figured out they did everything they can to make that number 13 evil. Why? I was like, I was in church Bible class with my mom. And that's why mom's pastor told me, don't bring her back to Bible class. Because it was like around Halloween.
You know you're a real one when that happened.
I was just around Halloween time. And I was like, why is 13 bad luck? I'm like, because I'm thinking like 12 disciples. Jesus make 13 people.
On.
I'm like, y'all doing a lot to make this 13 evil. I'm like, is that a design to go against that movement? That it was 12 and plus 1 is 13? I'm like,
And 1 plus 3 always gonna get the boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Or what they say, this is, you're gonna get the 4. You're gonna get the 4. And I mean, every house is built on that.
Yeah. So
what house ain't? Even if it's, even if you got some cylinders, that's only because the edge is, those four little triangles on the edge was cut off.
Right.
And now we got the circle. But it all came from that solid square. You know, I'm telling you. Yes, indeed. So the power is actually getting into the event of standing like you never stood before. Now, when I tell you, because you know the algorithm, to get to us, typically the enemy is going to infiltrate the lady.
Always.
To get to the lady, typically the infiltrator will infiltrate toward the children. This is just how the hierarchy goes. Argue with me if you want to. You're just going to be wrong in the kingdom. You did. So really, when it comes down to it, I had the most awesome experience, bro. You know, in 2023, I was in the hospital.
I remember.
Right. And it wasn't just because of dietary lacks and nutritional lacks. It was being overcome by the enemy, aka y'all call stress. That ain't your friend, and that's your enemy. So topsy-turvy, any of y'all fellas that bark back at your female, don't do it. Don't do it. It's the wrong way. It's the wrong way. Stay cool, stay calm, stay confident, stay collected, and always stay communicable and stay collaborative. And never shrink from claim. Sounds like blame, which is claim. When she puts those things in front of you, man, salute it and be like, well, don't take my word. My word is watch my smoke. Don't say what I say. Create what you create. And so then, therefore, because just like the church is going into business, well, then maybe your relationships should go into business. We running data now. We running data. You need metrics. You're going to need these experiences to accumulate into now you can look at trusting me. Now you can look at not know emotionally you should love me because I'm your man. And now I'm getting emotional too. Emotions almost killed me, bro. Yeah. The emotions.
I feel you because the past relationship was very emotional.
Yeah.
And when I left it, I found out a lot of health concerns. I had issues I had eternally. Because when you get emotional, it attacks eternally.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is so true because I've noticed with my beautiful wife, that
What up, Tip?
And I had to. It was like when you keep hearing over and over that your wife is your helpmate, and it's like even when they say something and they say it in their way, I've learned to like on the outside, be like, she loves me and cares about me.
Come on, bro.
That's because she wants better for me because I'm connected to her.
Yeah.
She's saying it this way.
Yeah.
She ain't saying it, but she's saying it like, baby, you need to, you know, and it ain't like you need to get, you know, it's like you need to, and it's like, listen. Why? I'm gonna lay next to this woman every night, and as soon as she say something, I'm being up in arms with her all the time. Motherfucker, you telling me? You can't tell me.
You know it.
No,
that's a no go.
She's telling me,
don't go that way. Don't go that way.
She's telling.
They say detour, bro.
Right,
detour.
Right. She's telling you something that's better.
Yes.
She's seeing a different.
Legit.
You know how many people in business CEOs wish they had somebody who was on the outside, be like, you know, man, buddy, I don't see that. You know what? Let's put the sign over here. I think it looks better. And you're like, you know what, Bill? You're right.
Folks get paid for that, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fact.
And you investing time. Love is time. You're investing energy. Love is energy. And you invest in grace and mercy and spirit. And it's like, so if you invest in that and your kickback come back with, baby, I wouldn't wear that shirt. Nah, you know, that don't, or baby, I want you to, I see you like this. Or, well, maybe we don't have to do that this time, but let's save and do it this time. You know, when you invest in all that, it's like, why wouldn't it come back? Why wouldn't she say,
that's a fact.
Hey, honey, I'm sorry, you know, if I made you feel a certain way, but you don't have to, I get it. You know, I could have lost you, you know, this was going on and that was going on. And, you know, I had to understand that I got to realize that I don't have no right to be like that towards you. I just get this way when this happens, or I get this way because of this, or this is going on over here, my thing of business or work or whatever. And I shouldn't have did that to you. But either way, they want you around. They want you around. Just like we want them around. People have relationships, and just because you have a relationship don't mean each person can't be like, you know what, man, I ain't paying nothing. I ain't going nowhere with you. I'm out of here. I'm out of here too. And y'all can leave that and have bad credit that come with it and just go on about your life. People can do that any given day. That's a fact, bro. Because you're not bound by anything but documentations and paperworks and stuff like that. So humanly, you can but we both want each other around. We both are connected in a way. And if your woman is connected to you, and especially if you done got married, it's like, man, that's it's one spirit. So she thinking like your other arm, like, no, I think we should go right today. You know, you like, but this the left arm, baby. The left arm, you should go. And it's like I've learned. I just listen. Yeah. I just listen. And the thing is this: when you know the tutelage and the tools is coming from a good place, you gotta listen. Now, if you've been in an experience like I have where they wasn't coming from a good place, you like, oh man, someone gave me a wrench. This wrench got grease on it. What? You know,
and it was supposed to be a hammer.
It's like
a screwdriver.
Yeah, we supposed to be doing this. Why you give me this? I can't even hold it. It's too greasy. You know, or it's coming from I'm watching put this up just so they can
tear it down later.
And so it's like if it's good, man, listen to them, man. Don't get all up in there with it, man, because most times they come in from a place of love.
Yeah. And then at the same time, to build, they coming from and we just said stay away from this, a place of concern, aka fear. And when it slides into that, it can draw the old things up. You know, and I know I'm working definitely with highlighting the old things, highlighting the new life that I'm living, you know, with my wife, and making sure we can both strategically understand how to go about life now in the new life. It's like being saved. Once you get saved, bruh, it's an overhaul, bruh. You finna do everything new. Your habits are gonna draw you to something, but that something ain't gonna be the same anymore. So then you're gonna say, well, what else do I do? Because you created a space, and because you created that space gets filled with some of the things your flesh knows and some of the things your flesh doesn't know. Now, bro, let me ask you, do you know Tiff's blood type? Don't tell me what it is. Do you know it?
I think I do.
Okay.
When I went to the doctor with a
Okay, cool. We gonna, on the sideline, we gotta make sure you do know for sure. However, because of the blood type my wife is, she has ways that are busy, bougie. However, they can get very barbaric. So you know that cool thing that Tiff be doing, because how pops roll. So she come with that player, on the ladies end sort of shit. So her delivery is gonna be pimpalicious. It will be. You can see her come up out of her skin for something that's worth coming up out of her skin that she says is worth it. However, it's gonna, hey, yeah, However, with my wife, bro, she just grew up around a lot of barbarians, with barbaric situations. So
women or men?
Both. And that's mad unfortunate, ain't it? Yeah. Like the men really did a job because it's on some physical stuff, but the ladies, they end up doing the job because of, let's call it verbal, And I had the opportunity to go through these things with her in the way of,
keep it going.
What is verbal abuse, right? Because a lot of people get to really understand communication equals communication, as in it's a union. It's a union that's happening. And if the union ain't happening, it's not communication. It's my story and your story. And that's what it is. However, to develop to this new day that we did, I had the opportunity to get new. When I say new, I mean, how do I choose to respond? Because I was in the world of reactivity to what she was saying. And now this play got pushed into response. Bro, it was so peaceful for me. She was going through the worst time of her life, I guarantee you. But it was only because she was confused. Now, if I actually really did do what she was assuming, because she hopped into this thing, this just went into the whirlwind, then I should have not been in the place. I was in the office. She was like, could you just leave me alone? I just need some time to be in my office. And the Holy Spirit was like, be calm and don't go nowhere. And I was like, oh, okay. But this is what I'm saying though, babe. So you just gonna, and I was like, yeah. So this is what I'm saying, okay? And it kept going and going, but it wasn't Gerald speaking. It was like the best smooth delivery. His heart wasn't like I had to ball up something and crush something to get this off me. It was just, and then after a while, she started talking back. Yeah. And then after a while, she took the whole mic over. See, it was up to me to go receive. It ain't no time. No. Because that's exactly what I didn't want to see in her. So I had the right to use the Holy Spirit to usher in that thing where it's and I tell y'all, the Holy Spirit is like unfuckwittable. When you mess, you gonna be shocked what you ain't got to do in life. Like you was talking about us getting together, getting money for whatever. Wow. How many times have it shown up where we thought we didn't have, and then, but see, I didn't go out and do no bullshit. I knew something was going to happen because it always happened because all I did was look at the data.
And think about how many times when you were a young man, when you may have thought of,
I need to pull a cape, or I need to do this, or I need to do that.
But think about where you at now, and you like, look, I'm doing all I can do. But most importantly, I'm doing all I can do here. Doing all I can do here.
And
hey, That's all I can do.
Most definitely. And it's not because that's when we take the modus operandi of the Holy Spirit, where it goes, I've done what I needed to do, now watch it. That's when I'm confident enough to go.
I go back
I planted this seed. I'm the one that put the dirt in it. I even know what the dirt is. I gave the nutrition to the dirt itself. I selected the dirt. I selected the nutrition. I selected the seed. What's supposed to happen? See, I'm sitting up here going, oh my God, it probably ain't gonna grow. Oh my God, it probably ain't gonna grow. Oh my God.
You already know.
Do you understand how much ill energy that's kicking off?
Exactly.
But if I reverse it going, oh boy, this is gonna be the
and that's what I was gonna say. How much energy you put into thinking of doing something negative or useless. And then it's like, man, I could have just been like, yo, this is gonna work. But that comes back to, you know, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I did as a child, I did childish things. And now I'm a man, I put away childish things.
But most folk think that it was talking about your toys and stuff.
No. Yeah.
Not the flesh physical ones. It's the ones on the inside. It's the bullies that bullied you. Yeah. I seen one of the bullies that used to bully me, and he must have turned around. I say, yeah, I say, you remember me? Hey, look, he say, yeah. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm sensing the concern, all that sort of stuff, because you know that ill come back to you. You know, you do that ill in the streets, you got the family, you got this and that, and then you know that pull up on you. I know who you are. No, you can't stunt like you not him. I know who you are, you know. And that moment happened for him, and I was just laughing with the Holy Spirit, like, dang, he experienced that whole thing. He was low key, he was caught off guard. His back was to me. If I ain't say nothing to him, I could have.
Yeah.
And he knew that. And he was just like, because the key thing is, and watch this for the youngsters who get bullied. Y'all bullies gonna damn near look the exact same way when y'all
get
grow
older.
up.
Yes, they will. They will.
The key thing, they hit their ceiling. And they had nobody there for the healing.
And I went through that. I went through that at the gym. Same situation. Doing some tricep push downs with the guys. And I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, man, this look like, it's like little, like, I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to. But it look like dude. I'm like, and then he said, "Hey, you little Mark." And I was like, "Oh, I ain't no little nothing, bro." You know, this when I'm with the guys. So you know, me and the team, we monsters at this time. I'm like, "No, I ain't no little nothing, bro." You know, he's like, "Oh, but did you go to St. Cyril?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Then here go my guy JB. JB's one of my older brothers who's." What's up, Superman? What's going on? I said, oh, no, man. I was like, still used to bully me back when we was in third grade, second and third grade. He was like,
he started sweating.
Dude was and then he's like, man, you know, so here come Demetrius, Wolverine come over there. What's up, Supes? I'm like, I said, no, this cat used to bully me back when we was in school. So now these guys monsters over here. Here come Beast. He come over there. Hey, we gonna do our deadlifts or what? I'm like, yeah, I'm just warming up my triceps. He's like,
by the way, this.
I'm like, yeah, this dude is a bully. He's like, straight up. And so they all like, they scratching their head, looking like we standing here like the X-Men and whatnot, ready to.
You know it.
And so,
what we gonna do?
And so I was like, he's like, man, I just want to say, I was like, it's all good, bro. And he's like, oh man. I was like, he's like, man, I was thinking, man. I was like, nah, I was just about to whoop your ass, but you know, since you apologize, you know. I was like, no, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I'm like, these are my teammates. They know I wasn't about to. I wasn't about to do nothing to you, bro. But I was like, hey, man. I was like, you caused a lot. I was like, just so you know, I say, you don't remember, because sometimes they don't remember all the stuff they did. They just remember that they picked on somebody. They don't remember all the things, the details. Came along with it. And I said, man, y'all really did some stuff. But I said, you know, maybe this.
And that's the key. And look, because I want to wrap it up clean, because Brother Jeff got up in here. Now, what you just said is the key. So what I don't want y'all to do, your youngsters or you elders that ain't caught on to the rhythm yet, is run away from that happening. Go to it. You know, even in metaphysics flips it, where it says, the movies say, walk to the light. Metaphysics say, yeah, walk your ass to the light if you want to do round infinity around this board. But the key thing is to walk to the darkness. Turn away from the light and walk to the dark. Walk to the unknown. Where was God at in Genesis before there was light?
It was dark.
So don't you dare be scared of the new you. Like Captain Kirk was saying, it's not going to come from you being some sort of victim for somebody. If you got some heartache and stuff like that, I promise you, it's for the victory for the whole kingdom. That means somebody else. You get to get that win. You get to get that win. And then you bring it home for all of us. You know, this guy got bullied. You wouldn't believe it if you see him now. However, it did happen, but he didn't tap out. This guy got bullied. You wouldn't believe it if you seen him.
Look at us now. You like,
however, it needed to happen. So, because in my personal journey, it allowed me to get this size and be like, I'd be damn if I bully anybody. I'm gonna fight for somebody.
Same thing here. I got strong. I used to get strong and do stuff at home to get strong to go protect people at school, even though I'm getting bullied.
Facts.
So I got a buddy to this day. When I found him, we found each other on Facebook. I saw him. I'm like, hey, this dude, he working out here. He do music or whatever. And I'm like, damn, they ain't bullying us. That's the first thing I said back. They ain't bullying us no more, are they, Jay? He's like, I said back, hell no, And so, but that's been my thing my whole life ever since I was a kid, was to get strong enough to protect other people.
Yes.
And protect them every way, not just physically, but every way. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this short story before we sign off. Is right not far from here, about 5 minutes from here. Me and my moms lived in this building. There was a barbershop downstairs, candy store, pool hall. Old man owned the building and everything. We lived upstairs. So one day, and there's a long flight of wooden stairs. And one day I come home, run in the house, close the door, go in my room. Mama said, why you running up in this house like that? I said, nothing. All of a sudden you hear, she said, who was these boys throwing rocks in my windows? I said, Mom, they trying to jump me. And she said, She said, get your shoes back on. She said, go on down there. I said, what? I said, there's 3 of them. She said, I don't care. She said, no son of mine gonna be scared of nobody. And she said, and she's like, I ain't pay money for you to learn all that stuff you learn for you to, no. She's like, go on back down there. I was like, Mom's 3 of them. She's like, go on back down there. And if my mama wasn't on that porch way up there with her robe like this, and I walked back down there, and that's when I learned you hit the loudest one. I front snap kicked the loudest kid.
Done.
Everybody, oh no, I'm like, and I'm out there like, come on. And what people don't get is that I was little when I was little. You might have thought I was gonna be tall because of my parents. My mom is 6 foot, grandma's 6 foot, my dad was 6'5", 6'6", something like that. You might have thought I'd been tall looking at them, but I was a puny kid. I was a little scrawny, puny kid. So I'm like, out there like, come on. Voice squeaky, come on. And as soon as he got random, pow. And then the other 2 was like, no, man, we and I'm like, now I'm feeling the fever. I'm like, come on, I'm like, come on. Right. I'm trying to WWF and and so, but
it ain't gonna stop. Yeah.
I didn't give up. Never gave up. I took a lot as a little kid. And I mean, I can tell you some stories that you'd be like, hey, they did that to you? Damn. But I mean, made me be a fighter.
There it is. There it is.
So, man, I guess sign on.
Yeah, no guessing. That's another FFYL for you.
Fight for your life.
So you get out there. You continue to fight for your life. You already know what it is. We're going to be doing the exact same here. We haven't even recapped everything that's been going on. However, just because of the way the climate of this nation has been, it just took that turn. What I took away from this call was this cast is definitely be easy on your storytelling, and you make sure that you're always the champion and you're not belittling anyone else. It's all about you. You can tell a story singularly about you, and how you're coming up in a lot of different ways. Like Big Broski just said, his story was from his downfall. And then, so, understand, it's data. Just come on, just jump in. Just jump in the pool. Jump in the pool. Water's fine.
Your life is your book. How you write it, and how you tell the story, it's all up to you. You know, and just remember, our experiences are most times about how we respond, not how we react. How we respond. You gotta be don't react. You know, sometimes you gotta sit back. I
love it.
Peace.
Next one, we're gonna have an evening edition.
Yeah, we're gonna have an evening edition.
This is gonna be the first evening edition. First evening edition. You better,
that's
boy, you better be there. You won't hear about it. We love y'all. We
all right. Fight for your life.
FFYL.